Okay, so in this video we're going to go through how to do the same thing that we did in the previous video for the diseased blood smear, and we're going to do it for the healthy blood smear data. Okay, so this is basically the same process that we did for the last video, so I'm going to go a lot faster. If you're not sure about something that I'm doing, please watch the previous video to get more details. This is going to be just a faster video. Alright, so I'm going to copy these, pressing Control-C. I'm going to paste them down here because I'm going to have to calculate the same things as I did for the diseased blood smear. I'm going to have to calculate for the healthy. Okay, I'm going to need 6 again. Alright, so I'm going to need to calculate the max, and then highlight all of the data. I can start here at the bottom and then press Control or Shift Control up, and then I'm going to press, while still holding Shift, press down 2 to make sure I'm only highlighting the data. Okay, I'm going to close the parentheses and then press Enter. Same thing here, min. Since I'm already here, press there on the 5. Shift Control down arrow highlights all the data. Close the parentheses and then press Enter. Alright, so that's my min and max. Range is max minus min. Bin width is going to be the range divided by the number of bins, which is 6. Okay, so my lower limits, we always start with finding those. So I'm going to start with the min, okay, and then I'm going to go the min, I'm going to add on whatever my bin width is. Going a bin width of 0.25, I could start with that, see how that looks. Scroll it down using that little box, okay, scroll it down. Alright, then I need to figure out what my bin upper limits are going to be. So this bin upper limit for this one would be to get us to 4.74 or 4.74. Alright, then I might notice that, you know, I'm going to be going in increments of 0.24, so I could do the previous plus 0.24. Previous plus 0.25, right? Because the increment I was going in was 0.25 before. And then let's see, this one is 1 before 5, so that's good. Then I can scroll this all the way down. Okay, double check. Where it looks like we're good. Now notice that this last bin upper limit doesn't get to the max. Okay, so the bin width wasn't quite big enough. We need to actually make it a slightly bigger in order for us to capture the max, right? So if we kept it as this, we would not be capturing the data that is 6. So I'm going to change that 0.25. I'm going to go ahead and round it up to 0.3. Okay, scroll this down. And then now my bin upper limit, first one is going to be 0.79. And then instead of going increments of 0.25, 0.3. Okay, I can scroll that down. So now check the first bin, captures the min. Last bin captures the max. Alright, we're good to go. So now we're going to go ahead and go to our data tab. Data analysis, histogram, make sure that's pressed. Erase what's in here because what's in here is from the previous histogram. So we want to go ahead and erase it. Especially make sure you erase the output range. Alright, then go over here, press the input range, highlight the data for the healthy. Alright, then the bin range. Make sure you're highlighting the bin range, should be the upper limit. So press on that, then press Shift, Control down. Output range, click somewhere that's empty. This is where it's going to be outputted. Alright, press OK. Okay. So here we go. Now all I have to do is clean it up. Delete the more. And then let's rewrite our bins so that they're more descriptive. So this goes from 4.5 to 7.9, right? This one goes from 4.8 to 5.9, 5.09. This one goes from 5.1 to 5.39. This one goes from 5.4 to 5.69, 5.7, and this one starts at 6. Alright, then let's label this. Okay, I could steal the label that we have up here, press Control C, Control V. Just need to change that from saying diseased to healthy. Okay? Make sure that's really important. You need to label this as the healthy and that is the diseased, the one that you did earlier. Okay. Then we have our histogram. Delete the frequency. We don't need that information. Make it bigger so that it's easier to see. Okay. Change the label here at the bottom from being bin to cell width millimeter times 10 to the -2. Okay, change the name of this. So up here it was histogram for disease blood smear. So down here it's going to be histogram for healthy blood smear. Alright, then we need to change the way these look. We need these to touch each other. So we go to Chart Tools, and then under Design, I need to make it a little bigger so I can see all the chart layouts. Okay, so I just made my screen a little bigger. And press that down arrow. There we go. Okay, why are these empty here? It's because there weren't any observations in those bins. Okay, and that's okay as long as the first and last have at least one observation. First and last bin have at least one observation. It's okay to have empty bins in the center. Okay, so the last thing you might want to do is change the way it looks, coloring and such. We want shape outline. Okay, so when you're pressing shape outline, you make sure you're pressing on the bars. Okay, and press shape outline, and then my fill. So this is healthy people, healthy cells. You might want to make it blue. Oops, let's go to blue. Okay, so then this is for disease and this is for the healthy. Okay, remember your histogram, your frequency distributions are going to look slightly different, and that's because this data is different. However, the process to obtain the answers, to obtain these histograms, is going to be exactly the same. Okay, so there you have it. Just copy and paste this into Word, and you'll be ready to print it out and submit that for questions 4 and 5.